Today I'm going to go through the 6 things that you should be mindful to make you a better wingman during day game. Day game specifically, the 6 things. I'll have to break it up into another video for night game as well, because it's a total different beast from day game. They're total different sports in my opinion. But the 6 things that make you a good wingman during day game. But before we kick it off, I'm Dave, and this channel is dedicated to giving you no bullshit, novel dating advice for the modern man. I've got a free PDF in the description on how to overcome adversity. Roll the intro. Now, how to be a good wingman and how to identify a good wingman. Quite a lot of guys, they've been gaming for a very long time. They've been doing a lot of day game, and they become a little bit bitter. They become a little bit, they're not so fun to day game with. And what often happens is they get stuck in what I coined the term intermediate purgatory. They're stuck there forever, unfortunately. And one thing that you can do to overcome that is, 1, be very positive. Day game's fun. It really is. You get a little adrenaline rush with every single approach that you do. It's fun. And don't worry about all of the negatives, like getting rejected, and don't worry about what other people think about you. It's fun. Day game is seriously fun. I want to do approaches every day because I get a rush out of it. It's not that I'm out there trying to seek women all the time. It's a fun thing to do. I enjoy it. So be positive. And also, when you meet up with a wing, you should be positive just to help them out as well, because it is fun. There's no need to be turning up, and especially if you're in some of these forums or groups and you travel an hour to meet up with some guy that you've never met before and he's negative as hell. It's not exactly going to be fun for you, is it? And you should also return that favor by being positive and have fun with it as well. 2 should be a given. You're out to do day game. What should you be doing? You should be approaching. 2, try to approach more than your wing. Try to push each other. I think that's very, very important. It's a fundamental of what day game is, but quite often you see a lot of guys, they go out and they want to just talk and they walk around. That's perfectly okay. That's perfectly okay if that's the goal here. But generally, I would dare say that if you want to get good at this, you need to do a lot of approaches. And pushing each other to do more approaches and have fun with it, 1 and 2, are the fundamentals, the basic fundamentals. And if you're making approaches and you're focused on that, your wing gets focused on that as well. You guys actually get more done. You have more fun with it. You're enjoying it, and therefore your results will come from that as well. That's also, it's a snowball effect, which is very important. It's all connected. 3, encourage your wing. Now, one thing that does happen quite often is that when you go out and you meet up with a wing, and you've been doing this quite a long time, if you go and do an approach, you're worried that your wing might judge you for being rejected. Rejection's part of the game. Everybody gets rejected. Pick out the best in the world. Paul Janker gets rejected. Would you believe it? Yes, even Paul Janker gets rejected. The best out there get rejected. It's part of it. Enjoy it. And when your wing gets rejected, don't criticize your wing. Don't break it down too much, unless you're coaching, unless it's an actual coaching session. But that's not what you guys are really doing, are you? You're meeting up with a wing, you're going out to have some fun, you're trying to be positive, you're trying to do a lot of approaches, and if you're judging each other, that will get in the way of doing more approaches. Don't judge each other. Everyone gets rejected. Enjoy it. laugh at the rejection, because the rejection is fun as well. When you really get into it, a lot of good rejections can be fun. Actually going out there to try to get rejected is fun. So that's 3. 4 is something that not too many people are aware of, and I think you guys need to take this one on board. Instant dates are off the table when you meet up with a wing. Instant dates are off the table. You need to be aware of this. If someone's traveled an hour to meet you, and your first approach, you go off and do an hour instant date. Your wing just traveled an hour to speak to you for 3 minutes, and then you piss off with some girl. No. And that also is a warning sign about your game. That means that you're a leaf in the wind. You don't control your interactions. If you're saying, oh look, but she was ready now and I had to go off and do an instant date, now you're not in control. You're not the man in the situation. Therefore you are suffering and damaging your own day game. And the whole point of day game is you control things. Try to get as much control as possible. And when you go out with a wing, be mindful that your wing is spending his time to meet you. So obviously be fun, you know, make a lot of approaches. Don't be judgmental, and don't go disappearing for 2 hours on an instant date and wasting his time. Very important. Very, very important. 5 is something that only after a while you will start to see in the community. And even guys that are new, that, you know, they've read a book on game, they've got a new digital product on game, they've got all the theory up here, and now it's their turn, their time, they're ready to go out and do some game. So they meet up with you. And what do they talk about? All they talk about is game. And that is the most annoying thing ever. Talk about something other than game while you're out there. Talk about anything. Even politics, which is an awful topic, is still far better than talking about game theory while walking around doing game. Seriously, don't go around talking about game theory. Get in the forums when you get back and write your little field report up and do that type of stuff when you get home. But that does eat into what is fun about day game. Talking about game theory and then getting your wing in his head while he's trying to focus on approaching and having fun. Last thing you want to be doing is talking about game theory. That is really, really annoying. What else have I got here? 6. Now this is Wingmanship 101, the most efficient way to do day game. Okay, so for instance, you just say, for instance, there's 2 of you guys, you're out there doing some DG. One person doesn't approach. What you do is you stay out of sight, I don't know, 50 meters away, and you wait for your wing to finish the approach. You wait, maybe watch, you learn, you see his body language, you see what he's doing over there, and you wait for him. And then when he's finished, you can see, she goes, he's finished talking to her, it went well, it went bad, it doesn't matter. Then you meet up with him instantly, and then it's your turn to make the next approach. If you do the opposite, which is he makes an approach, and then you see another girl to approach, and then you go over and approach her, what happens? You don't know where each other are. And then next thing you know, you find yourself all day calling your wing, oh, where are you? Oh, I'm 3 blocks away from you. And if you were to break down your entire day game session, most of your time would be finding each other instead of approaching. The most efficient way is you wait for him to finish, you meet up with him, and then it's your turn. Then you pump out the next approach. And then he waits for you. And then you meet up again, boom, it's his turn. Boom, 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 boom. then you can get more approaches in. It's far more efficient, and you don't waste all of your session trying to find each other. And some guys, they like to walk and talk, so that they might do a 2-block walk while talking to a girl. You might have to just walk along like 50 meters behind and go, oh, they're down there, and like follow him down and wait until he's finished. Another reason why instant dates are off the cards until the very end of the session. It's okay to have an instant date at the very end. So just say you guys have been walking around for an hour or two, you've had a coffee, you had a good little chat, you've made enough approaches, and say, okay, we're gonna wind it down. If your last approach while you're still together ends up in an instant date, you can text him and say, look, we're ending it anyway, right? So, you know, I'm gonna go off and have this instant date now. That's perfectly okay. And these are the basic 6 rules and the basic fundamentals of day game that everybody should be aware of. If you're breaking any of these rules, you are a bad wingman. And being a good wingman in day game isn't how awesome your yad stop is. It isn't how awesome your London day game model assumption stacking is. It is how well you treat your wing and how much fun you are and how good you are to your wing. That's what makes you a good wing, not how good you interact with girls. And a lot of guys confuse the two of those things. And I just thought that I'll bring that video to you guys today. I think this is very important. I have to do a night game one, which is a total different beast. Night game's a total different beast. When I complete that one, I'll put it up in the cards or in the description or somewhere, so that these 2 videos are links. I think day game and night game wingmanship is very important, and these are the 6 rules. If you like this video, obviously click the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.